used to be rented to the USDA. They've now moved out. And so the larger building, it was us and 3 tenants, and the tenants have all vacated. And so we've had the building for sale. There's a parcel on the front that kind of goes along with it. Everybody that's been interested so far is only interested in the building. So we're asking for a subdivision to split the building off. We're gonna keep the rest of it for ourselves. And so we're asking for the subdivision to be able to sell.
Is, I couldn't recall if the buildings are connected?
No.
Okay, they're separated, okay.
Yeah, they're separate.
All right.
Yeah, by
'Cause
parking lot.
how many buildings is on that corner? Is it just 2? Okay.
There's 2, and then there's what almost looks like an outlot, but it's not, it's all part of the.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, there's another building on the corner we don't own that's owned by the Extension Council who rents it to the
That's
4-H
what it is.
and the
Okay.
Extension, so that's a separate nonprofit owns that one on the corner.
Okay. What is that zone?
C3.
C3? Okay.
The new lot would be C3?
Yeah, no zoning change.
Okay.
At all, right?
Okay.
With what's existing or the change?
Correct.
Okay.
It's kind of just almost like.
You guys have any questions for David? Yeah, I mean, that's a nice corner. You know,
It's a very nice.
I remember when the development of Walmart was going on, and that whole area right there was so, you know, back in the 2007, 2008, it was kind of getting crazy, and I know everybody was probably looking at your lot, or your buildings back then too. I mean, it's just such a good, busy corner, so.
Yeah, we're, the lack of water and sewer is hurting us right now, so if that gets changed someday, then possibly there'd be we'd be willing to sell it, but, you know,
Yeah.
it needs some improvements, so, yeah.
So it's not in the city limits?
No, it's in the city limits,
Okay.
but water and sewer is just too far away.
There's
It's
nothing.
way far away.
Oh, really?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh.
So
okay.
it's on well and it's on well and separate,
Oh.
like it has been for,
Probably since
since it got built.
1914, 16, okay.
Well, what about Crossbridge? Does that have sewer and water?
No.
No, wow.
Wow.
I did not know that.
Okay, wow.
Just starts and stops at Arby's right there then? Arby's would have to
They have to-
Yeah,
They would have
I
to.
think
Yeah.
They would have to have
to
that.
bring it to this parcel, it'd have to be, well, you know where the water tower is at.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And it'd have to come up basically over by Walmart, and
Yeah.
over.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay, okay. Well, just interesting, I didn't know that. I actually never realized there's no fire hydrant or anything in that corner there, so, okay. No, it has no bearing on it, I just more or less curious of, you know, your property there, so. Doug, is there anything else to add to what you're, besides
No,
what you
again,
had?
it's kinda, again, not quite housekeeping, but kinda housekeeping, excuse me. It's what's called a minor subdivision in our ordinance, so they can do a preliminary and final plat at the same time.
at the same time, okay.
And, you know, really, it's just kind of making sure, you know, the lot size is what it should be, and there's nothing odd with anything. We don't need any easements for this particular case, because water and sewer is so far away, we don't know where it's gonna go to get to it, so.
Yeah,
And there's a couple different entrances to these parking
Yeah,
lots
there's
too,
one
right?
off of 23 and one off of Dayton Road.
Okay.
So access is fine, and it actually sets up pretty nice to be split off. You know, it has road frontage, everything else, so it's not, there's no, you know, there's no need for any variances or anything like that. It meets all of our ordinance.
okay,
requirements.
well, that's great,
Well,
sounds good. Do you guys have any other questions?
I don't know.
Okay,
I'd like to move.
all right, thank you, David, and Todd, you'd like to
Move
make a
that we
motion?
accept the preliminary and final plat for the Better Farming Association.
Okay,
That's-
per the staff report?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, for the second.
No problem. Do we have a second?
I can second.
Okay, Jonathan has a second. No other questions, those who approve say aye,
Aye.
Aye.
those who oppose say no. Okay, ayes have it, motion carried. And again, city council meeting March 4th? Yeah, just in case they have questions.
Okay.
Sounds good.
What time is that?
7,
Seven.
same place.
Yeah, right here. All right, well, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for being part of our community for that many years.
Well, yeah, we haven't been in the city of Ottawa for about maybe 10 years,
Yeah,
So,
that's okay.
it was- The story that I'm told, it was before my time, but was that it was a farm field, back when they started and there was no development out there.
Right.
Makes sense, yeah.
It's kind of grown to.
Oh, yeah, it was hard to get water and sewer across 80, back in the day.
We're happy to be part of Ottawa.
Yeah, no, that's great.
So,
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah, you
Thanks,
too.
Dave.
Take care. Okay, that is all there is on the agenda. There is a reminder of March 24th, there's a possible meeting. So if, please get back to Doug if you guys cannot attend, and we'll
Yeah,
go from
see.
there.
Possible, a couple, maybe solar farms, we'll see.
Um,
There's one
Hopping
going
on
in,
both for-
there's one going in over at Pilkington.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
one is
Yeah.
it's part of Pilkington, so it's an
It's
accessory.
their land,
Oh,
right? It's their
okay,
land
okay.
use.
So we've got a couple though that would be like on their own, so those
Yeah.
require conditional use, so.
Okay.
What size are those?
One is on, good question, off the top of my head, I don't recall.
And have you had any negative stuff coming at it at all? 'Cause that's been in Grundy County and.
We, just kind of starting to go through the application right now, and these would be really our first ones that we'll take a look at as far as through a conditional use process.
Yeah.
So far, they've submitted all that ordinance requires. Something to consider though, I think something that, the city, and obviously the planning commission needs to give some direction to is, sometimes, they lease the land for, say, 30 years, is it in the path of development?
Right.
Sure.
That's a big thing for Plano. That's a
Yeah.
huge thing. Where's it go?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think if you look at a map of LaSalle, all they have is to go northwards,
Right.
kind of. And if they were
So
blocked by a
we
solar
wanna
farm.
be careful that we don't block,
And
basically
that-
block ourselves in by
Yeah.
having something like that out there, so.
Now, I remember we were working on our little committee about some of the things going on, trying to tidy up the.
Zoning ordinance?
Our zoning ordinance. Have we, where are we at with solar?
We need to reconvene and
Go through
go
that.
through.
Yeah.
it, Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be willing to get back on that
So
again.
Basically, I gotta say, let's meet.
Yeah, that's fine,
It's
that's
basically
fine.
what it is.
Yeah, no, like I said, I can make it work as long as I, ahead of time, and then, so if this is brought to us next month, what do we have go on as far as?
Talking about the solar farm?
Yeah,
Well, we've got, remember, and not that I expect you to remember, but 2-3 years ago, we did a solar farm ordinance.
Okay.
So basically, we have the solar farm ordinance to go off of, and then, we have the findings of fact for the conditional use.
Okay.
So,
can you resend, when you send out the packet, the email, can you attach the verbiage of the ordinance?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll put it in the SharePoint.
yeah, if you don't mind, yeah, that way we have it handy
Sure.
for the meeting.
If that's 2 years old, is that congruent with the state's requirements? I know.
Don't quote me on the 2 years, I gotta see.
I'm just
what-
sort of saying,
yeah.
Livingston County, they spend a lot of time going through all this sort of stuff, and then all of a sudden, the state
Well,
came down with this.
If it's unincorporated, it's different. The state, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, if you're unincorporated, the county basically has to approve it essentially. It's not so with municipality.
Okay.
Okay.
What about wind? We have to discuss anything about like a small, for instance, like the hospital had that one up and I don't think it operates anymore. Small windmill.
I mean, we do have a wind farm ordinance. I think that particular case, like one single turbine
Yeah.
is an accessory use.
They don't seem very popular at all, but
No,
if people wanted one.
like in residential, you talking?
Or
Yeah,
anything,
yeah.
business or residential.
Yeah.
Residential would be tough. They're so big.
That might be your zoning ordinance review.
Yeah.
Well, like the one at the hospital is not that large.
Right.
That could handle a small business.
Smaller
Could have one of those
space.
in their lot.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is going back to when we were talking about the panels by the grade school. That was when we touched that
Well, we
ordinance, correct?
revised it then, yes,
Yes,
yes.
okay.
Okay.
Just trying to give myself a refresher of my own, the last time we've touched that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that, you're right.
Isn't that kind of what drove our conversation the last time?
Yeah, well, if I remember right, the school was thinking about putting some panels on their property, but, the ordinance that we had done before did not allow ground-mounted
Mounted.
solar in
Correct.
residentially zoned property.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is different for Pilkington, cause it is commercial and it is already their land for use.
Right, and it's zoned industrial.
In zone
Yeah.
for them.
So if you can.
So they didn't fit into any of that we had to review it?
Correct.
No, okay.
Well, it'll be interesting, we'll see where it goes,
Yeah.
and how, what they present, if it does come to
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah, okay.
We'll see where it goes.
All right, I do need a motion to adjourn the meeting. Make a motion.
Adjourn the
Okay.
meeting.
All right, second,
I second.
okay, meeting adjourned, that'll be official.
The three-word motion, adjourn the meeting.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Oh,
for keeping us timely.
oh, yeah.
Hey guys, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Bill Fresco, I'm with the paper.
Oh, yeah.
How do you do?
Yeah, Bill, Jonathan, nice to meet you, Sean Stone.
You guys know I'm not a spy.
No, I gotta fix it. But I have to say, we haven't had press here for so long.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you last time. did I?
Yeah, I heard that you guys hadn't, but, now you will. so.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, so, I mean, things are starting to come aboard, and then, of course, we got the riverfront coming, with some development there hopefully soon, so
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get to see it a lot more.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Seems like, two agenda items tonight should be
Yeah.
a decent story, so.
Yeah, that's good, good. And
Nice to meet you.
all right, you too, thank you.
Take care.
Yeah.
That's cool. The last guy I saw here was Brent Vader.
I couldn't tell you last time we had.
I-
Oh, no, Charles Stanley was
We
one.
used to have like